are increasingly subject to unlawful detention and suspension. Moreover, Article 15 declares the right to enjoy the benefits of scientific progress and its applications, a right which was apparently violated 2 months ago by the government's stated intention to eliminate modern human sciences from academic programs. According to the 2007-2008 Amnesty Internationals report, during year 2007, 3 students were killed in jail, 201 were detained, and 132 were silently expelled from universities. Campuses and dorms have been subject to barbarian attacks from the part of armed forces. Frequent mob-style invasions to dorms and campuses have caused numerous human casualties, cases of severe injuries, permanent disabilities, and loss of student personal properties since year 1999. In the aftermath of the 2009 presidential election in Iran, new series of arbitrary arrests and educational suspensions are particularly directed against students. According to Amnesty International's 2009 report, on June 14, 5 students were killed by fully armed forces inside of academic areas. 133 students were arrested and beaten harshly in Tehran University, 10 in the city of Tabriz, 100 in Shiraz, many in Mashhad, Zahedan, and Kermanshah, home of Kianush Asal, a PhD student who was killed in prison. By mid-August 2009, 4,000 of the participants in green movements demonstrations were arrested, among them a considerable number of students and faculty members. Since December 6, 2009, the day designated as the National Student Day till present, more than 50 students have been arrested. Ladies and gentlemen, the peaceful student movement in Iran has legitimate quest in accordance with the Universal Declaration of the Human Rights. Through their democratic aspirations, Iranian student body has proven merit to be considered as a genuine force of peace and harmony inside of Iran and amongst nations. Millions of eyes around the world move to tears for Neda, Sohrab, Kianush, and so many other innocent and beautiful souls who recently perished during violent attacks. Considering the aggravation of threats against the students and academic environment in Iran, we hereby demand that ministers of culture and sciences worldwide, the international human rights community, and academia and campuses all around the world to raise their voices in favor of the student movement in Iran, to pursue the ideals of global peace and human dignity. The entire humanity comprehend the timeless maxim of Thomas Jefferson in a broad sense. Together we stand, divided we fall. Rise to advocate for student rights in Iran. Thank you very much.